What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Dash Lifestyle. Kindly for watching me for the first time, remember to subscribe, like, share and also comment. To my returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back and watching my video. Thank you so much for the love and support. So guys, in today's video we are going to talk about Jamaicans. They are complaining about African leaders. We have one Jamaica who is sending a strong message to African leaders to why they sell them through to the white people, and right now they are suffering in the Caribbean. So we all know that what happened during slave trade, transatlantic slave trade, majority of our African leaders, the greedy African leaders, were being given money so that they can sell, so that they can capture their fellow black, so that they can sell them to the colonizers, to the white people. And right now some of them, they are suffering in the Caribbean, in the United States, and that's why this angry Jamaican man, he has come out and lectured some of our African leaders, some of the greedy leaders who sold them to the white people during slave trade. So guys, I want you to watch this video, and then I'll be back with more comments.
Yo, black people are real sellout, you know. Yeah, man, that's why black people are suffer so, you know. For real, we are real sellout. You know. The white man from Europe couldn't go Africa conquer so much million black people. Carry them come to Europe and carry them to the western part of the world without the aid of black people, you know. Remember, you know, 52 countries in Africa, you know. No 5 countries, them, not on the sea coast. Then they're in the middle of Africa, surrounded by several other African countries. No for our foreparents then, a slave, I come from inner Africa. Tell me something. If we never did sell out our own black people then the man can go so deep in Africa for foreparents then. Foreparents our own black brothers and sisters take money to sell we out, capture we, sell we to the white man. Those who not capture and sell, we know them though, take money to safe passage. Because it's a white man going in the middle of Africa. Now the Congo are one of them places there. And capture some black people. They must pass through a lot of other black African countries before they can place them pan ship, you know. Several countries they must pass before they can place them pan ship, you know. So all them just pass through so. Because we a black brother take money for safe passage. Reach back I state now, we reach Europe and we reach America as slaves. You have some prioritized slave, what they call house slave now. We turn on and sell out them own a field slave, bro. Them know say a little escape or go on, they go tell bookie master say Tom, Dick, Harry a plan to escape. Why if you saw me I say, bro, we are sell out for a long time. We are real sell out. You have some of them call themselves then get maroon. And then get free. Them day in a mountain. When other black slaves from other plantation escape, then capture them, give them back to bookie master. People, this is we are real sell out. Slavery done. Slavery done. According to people. And we have some one black people now. We say them a rule way. Jesus Christ, man. More sell out again than one of black people, man. More sell out. Every black country barring 3 in our world are run by some puppet, some house slave. We sell we out for the bookie master. The oppressors them train them well. So although the oppressors them gone, oppressors them still. I hold the angle said we, because they left people down away a control we see them way. And those 3 black countries in the world, we now look up to the oppressors them and now support the oppressors them. And a Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger, 3 countries run by the army. Me I tell you, until black people start love with one another, stop sell out to one another, stop buying bad mind on one another, better now go come for we. Better can't come for we. Because we don't need better. All we want is to turn up over our brother and our sister and show off and hype on them, say we have this and we have that and we can do this and we can do that. Until that they come into our value our black complexion, they'll be no better.
Yeah, so the barely situation, I realize two things. One, the Chinese merchants have complete control over the Jamaican economy. And number two, if the world drop in an apocalyptic state, 3/4 of Jamaicans would survive the first month. Yeah man, we would survive the first month. You see me? And three, we don't forget what JPS do. You see me? Because light come back and most people and everybody are rejoicing. Nobody now thinks say, yo, it's a situation like this supposed to happen again. What are we going to do? We're not going up and down and buy generator for exorbitant fees like we do recently. And buy gas for exorbitant fees. Nobody now say, yo, we switch to solar. Nobody now see out the money and say we switch to solar. We do wind turbine or whatever. You see me? Some other way if you get power. You see me? Because JPS are the only bomb-buckled power company in Jamaica currently at the moment. You see me? Them tend to abuse them power. Because some people are going to say, yo, JPS are them best we try power to Jamaica. But the fact say the man them say, yo, the hurricane not brush we, no brother. The hurricane not liquid too hard, no, just one little brush it give we, no brother. Couple parishes get hard eating up on the when in the east coast they say, you know, or whatever, the south coast. Get hit hard like St. Elizabeth, Clarendon, Hanover, Portland, St. Thomas, them place there. And JPS are going to make you know so they have to seek help from overseas. Imagine if the whole island, imagine if the hurricane they come and like, you know, with direct path and sit down pan with y'all one couple hours, 16 hours. Because we get 6 hours out of the hurricane and everybody, everywhere mash up. 1 and 2 little place, little damages. You see me? Because Jamaica get advanced now, we have concrete homes, most concrete homes. So, you know, we not get no heap of wind damage. You know, more than a little 2 little light post them drop down. And you tell me say JPS not have a procurement division where them have them products that them use to maintain electricity. Then I have no extra blood cleat when in them in the extra light posts and transformers and wires and them have to seek help overseas and every year they come out on stock market and how much millions they make. How much billions they make a year. What they do with the billions where they make? That's what I tell you, say, the investors, the money go back in them pocket. They're not investing in the country. They go tell me say the hurricane give you a brush and you have to go seek help from overseas. You have to go seek fucking help from overseas in order to maintain the electrical structure of Jamaica. And it's going to take months before St. Elizabeth and Clarendon get back line because we don't equip enough to deal with it. They don't fuck on there. Hey. I tap the ranting here, man, and got my blood clot. Yeah.
So guys, I hope you have watched that video from our Jamaican brother. For him, he has come out and lecture the greedy African leaders for what happened during slave trade, because we all know that our chiefs here in Africa during slave trade, they were being given money. The leaders during slave trade, the leaders, our African leaders here in Africa, they were being given money by the white people, by the colonizers, so that they can capture their fellow black people, and for them being captured, and because of them capturing these our fellow black people, they were selling them to the colonizers, they were selling them to the white people, and because of them selling out our brothers and sisters, and that's why you might find out that we have our black Americans, we have our black people from a Caribbean country, and also majority of them, they are still suffering. Our black Americans, they are still suffering in the United States. They are going through racist, they are being given less opportunity, so they are still struggling in the foreign country. And also we have our brothers and sisters from the Caribbean, our Jamaican black people in Jamaica, they are still struggling, they are still being oppressed by the colonizers, because we all know that the colonizers, they have not yet set Jamaican free. They are still the head of state. The British, it is still the head of state in Jamaica. So the colonizers, they are still ruling Jamaica, and that's why our brothers and sisters, they are still struggling in Jamaica. And guys, I want to tell you that there is a video I did of African leaders also apologizing to our black people in the Caribbean are apologizing to the black people in the United States for what happened during slave trade. So if you haven't watched that video, kindly go to my previous video. You will see our African leaders apologizing to our diaspora people, to the Caribbean people, for the action of the chiefs that they were doing during slave trade. I hope you guys will forgive our leaders who they did these wrong things during slave trade. And also our brother from Jamaica, he has come out and said that it is now the right time for Africans to unite. It is now the right time for Africans not to be controlled from outside. It is now the right time of Africans not to become the puppet from outside. So African leaders, it is now the right time for you to unite. It is now the right time for Africans to be using one language. It is now the right time. I wish that Africa, we should join hand. We should come together so that African can be borderless. We want Africa to be leading, to be head with one president. That is the kind of Africa right now we want. We want Africa to be borderless. We don't want visa, or we don't want visa to go to the other African country. If you are an Africa, wherever you are free to come back home. You are free to visit any African country. We want Africa to be using one currency. That it is the Africa that we want. We don't want Africa to be divided by these white people. I know majority of African country, they are still being controlled from outside. And that's why you may find out that Africa revolution, it has started. Some of the African country, the youth, they are protesting against their government because of the bad leader, because of the corruption, because of the leaders being puppet from Africa. For example, here in Kenya, we were protesting against our government, against our president, because he was being controlled from outside. He was becoming a puppet from outside. And also in South Africa, they are calling their leader to stop corruption, to stop being controlled from outside. The other day, Nigerians, they were protesting because of the high cost of living, because of the corruption, because of the leaders. They don't want to work according to the will of the people. And also in Uganda, they were protesting because of too high corruption. And our brothers and sisters from the Caribbean, he has come out and tell us, Africans, we should unite. African, we should be using one currency. We want Africa to have one president. And he has come out and mentioned a good president, Burkina Faso president, President Traore. Look what he's doing. He is removing all the things that colonizers came with it in Burkina Faso. He's removing, he's changing his country. He's chasing away the colonizers. And this is what we want here in Africa. Africa to stand by its own. We also want Africa to print its own money. I know it will be a difficult thing for these people to allow us to print our own money. But when Africa will be given a chance to print its own money, Africa will be a rich continent. Because all things we have here in Africa, gold, oil, we have resources. We have natural resources here in Africa. And that's why these people, they don't want us to print our own money. Because if we print our own money, there's no need of us transporting our oil. There's no need of us selling our gold to these people. And I want to tell you that I know majority of Jamaicans, they are suffering. The colonizers, they don't want to set Jamaicans to be free. And that's why also our brother, he has come out and say the colonizers, they are oppressing Jamaican people. Jamaicans, they are suffering. And that's why majority of them, they want to come back here in Africa. And that's why they are preaching and telling us Africans, we should unite, so that if we unite, majority of them, they will come here in Africa. Majority of them, they will be back home. Because they are tired suffering from the foreign country. Look at what they are doing to our black American people. They are still oppressing them. Our fellow black Americans, they are going through racist. They are struggling. I want to talk about Jamaica. You know, a lot of Jamaicans, they have been complaining about the Chinese people, and you have heard in that video, our Jamaican brother he has come and tell us that the Chinese right now, they are still controlling Jamaica. The Chinese, they have come and want to take over Jamaica. And the colonizers, they don't want to leave Jamaica to be fully independent, because we all know they lied to Jamaica. They give them fake freedom. They give them fake independence. Jamaica, it is not a republic, and that's why Jamaica government cannot do a lot of development, because if they want to do a lot of development, they will have to ask the colonizers. And that's why you may find out that a lot of Jamaicans, they are in the foreign country. A lot of them, they are in United States, and a lot of them, they are in Canada. A lot of them, they are in this money country to try to look for more opportunity, because in their country there's no a lot of develop that it is going on, because of the colonizers. They don't want the government to build more hospital. They don't want the government to build more schools. What they have been given, it is churches, because you all know in the whole Caribbean, Jamaica, it has a lot of churches, and these churches, the colonizers, they are using these churches also to colonize the Jamaican. And this is what they did also here in Africa. When they were coming here in Africa, they were ruling us through churches. They came with the white God and put in front of churches and make people to believe this is God. That's how they are using churches to colonize people. Because if they know, if they will make you to believe that the white man is God, no matter where you are going and see white man, you will respect them, because you will know them, this is God. That's how they are doing. So it is now the right time, our brothers and sisters from Jamaica, to come home. It is now the right time for our brothers and sisters in the United States, our fellow black American, to also visit here home. Come and build home. Come in the motherland. You are welcome. I know these people, they don't want black people to unite, because if they know black people will unite, they will be starting to respect black people, and that's the things that they don't want. And that's why they took our brothers and sisters from here in Africa. They were going with them in the Caribbean. Look how the distant it is. This is to show you they didn't want our black people to unite with us here in Africa. Look at the flight from Africa to the Jamaica. It is very expensive, and there is no direct flight. We must visit their country so that you can go in Jamaica. So this is what they think they are doing to the black people. Because they know Jamaica, it is a predominantly a black nation. That's why they don't want to leave Jamaica. That's why they are still ruling Jamaica. That's why they're still oppressing Jamaica. They are still selling out Jamaica. Yeah, this is what the colonizers, they are doing in Jamaica. That's why you will see Jamaica, it is very expensive. Jamaica, they usually generate a lot of money from tourists, but all this money, it is heading to the pocket of the colonizers. And we cannot see a lot of development that it is going on in Jamaica, because of the colonizers. They are coming and take away this money that Jamaica it is generating from the tourists. This is what's happening in Jamaica, and these people, they don't want to leave Jamaica. So guys, kindly subscribe if you are